this book, and I write other books too, usually adult books, but I teach voice at the Rhode Island Philharmonic Music School. And so when this idea came into my head, I had to write it for you guys. Okay. This book is dedicated to you, Jack and Henry, and all children who love music, especially to my voice students who bring me joy every day. That's okay.
You have to listen
There
quietly.
was the cutest little mouse who lived in the basement of an opera house. He had great dreams of one day being the finest tenor who ever did sing. His name was Tyrone. He stood 2 inches tall, and as he stood proud in the great opera hall, he sang to the rafters with all of his might, hoping for his turn in the spotlight. The other mice who lived in the basement would say, "Give it up, Tyrone. There's really no way that you can sing for the king of this land." "Just you wait," he'd reply. "I'm going to be grand." He practiced each and every day, singing loudly and softly, then happily say, "I think I will do it all over again." Time passed quickly. The clock had struck 10. Tyrone returned home and fell asleep singing. The melodious tune in his ears gently rings. He dreamed of the notes that made up the score. He counted 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4. The others who sang in the house, as it's called, were unique and talented, one and all. Foremost, the diva, Miss Gloria Snow, who'd sung in the house for many a show. Her hair was quite high and perfectly white. She resembled her cat. Oh my, what a sight. Her kitty was Stella, named after a star. She never let Gloria go very far. She stayed by her side and hissed through the day at anyone who dared get in Gloria's way. There was old mangy Oscar, who managed the house. Well, actually his owner did, named Klaus. Klaus found Oscar one night in the snow and didn't have the heart to let the mite go. He didn't have a heart. Isn't that sad? Oscar and Stella knew of Ty's dream, of singing on stage, of stealing the scene. One sunny Saturday it came to pass that Tyrone's dream might come true at last. Klaus announced the royals were coming to hear Miss Snow the soprano, her voice crystal clear, sing the role of a lifetime with Roland Lamour, a tenor whose voice was well known to soar. Rehearsals went well, just as they planned. The music was memorized, the staging just grand. Quiet as a mouse, Ty stood in the dark and studied Roland in detail as he played his part. Ty knew Roland's role, every move, every note, and sang it so much that he dried out his throat. But the next day he'd wake and sing it again, with the hope that one day the singer would be him. Opening day dawned. The house was made ready. Miss Snow warmed her throat. Roland ate some spaghetti. Do you like spaghetti? Do you like spaghetti? I love spaghetti. The red carpet was cleaned and carefully unfurled for the king and the queen and 2 of their girls. The royals looked splendid as they strode toward the house. The princesses smiled and winked at the mouse, who hurried inside to share his good news, but stopped when he heard Stella's panicky muse. Roland is ill and cannot play the part, though he tried and he tried with all of his heart. Poor Roland. What to do? Klaus exclaimed as he looked down at Ty. I'm not sure, Ty smiled, but could you give me a try? You don't know the part. You can't even sing. What makes you think you can sing Wagner's Ring? But I do know the part, Tyrone quickly replied, as he drew himself up and looked Klaus in the eye. I've practiced with Roland each night and each day, though Roland didn't know it. Ty was quick to say. I can sing the part. Please give me a chance. I'll sing for the king. I'll make the queen dance. Klaus turned to Miss Snow. Well, what do you think? She crinkled her nose like she smelled a big stink and sneered as she said with a look of disdain, if he sings here tonight, I shan't sing here again. It's not very nice, is it? Stella jumped from her arms, and to Miss Snow she said, personally, I think you're out of your head. He's better than you, she said almost sadly. I should think that with him you'd love to sing gladly. I've heard him at night practicing his trills. Quite different from your rehearsing, less shrill. Well, I never! Miss Snow sputtered and spat as Ty hugged his friend, Stella the cat. Well, you're on, Klaus announced as Ty grinned with delight. There will be 2 stars on my stage on this glorious night. The show was spectacular. It went great. Yes, it did. The king clapped, the queen laughed, and so did their kids. Ty sang his role boldly, as clear as a bell. Even Miss Snow enjoyed it, Tyrone could tell. His work had paid off. His dream had come true. If you work as hard, your dream can too. Do what you love and keep faith in your heart. That's what will really set you apart.
Oh, what a sweet story.
So, and in the end of the book, there's a glossary for some words that might be discussion. So, do you want me to read it again? Because you missed you're good. Okay. It's okay.